Murder Mysteries of Yoshi's Island. Round 11. When Yoshi went into the kitchen, he noticed that Eddie was dead. Before he started freaking out, Ian had to say something to him.
Remember, Yoshi, we're just pretending. Eddie's not actually dead, but pretend he is.
I know, Ian. Thank you for reminding me. I'll ask everyone about the murder of Eddie.
Yoshi went to Dougie's room, where he was sitting on his bed, looking rather solemn.
Dougie, how are you? I hope you are doing well.
I'm doing okay. What do you need to talk to me about, Yoshi?
Well, I was wondering if you might have any idea who could have, murdered Eddie.
You think someone actually killed him? We were just playing a game.
Not actually. And yes, playing a game. We're just pretending that he's dead.
Oh, right. Well, I don't have any idea who could have done it. Everyone was in the room when it happened.
That's too bad. Well, thank you for your time. I will talk to the others and see if they have any ideas.
Yoshi then wanted to talk to Nettie, who was in his room. He knocked on the door and waited for a response.
Come in.
Nettie, I hope you are doing well. I was wondering if you have any idea who could have murdered Eddie. Not actually, I mean.
I don't have any idea, Yoshi.
That's too bad. Well, thanks for letting me know.
The next one Yoshi had to ask was Sunny, who was tired in her room. He went in and approached her, trying to keep his voice calm and reassuring.
Sunny, I hope you are feeling better. I wanted to ask you something. Do you have any evidence that might have led to Eddie's death? I'm sorry, Yoshi, but I don't have any evidence. I was sleeping most of the time. I see. Well, thank you for letting me know. I'll have to talk to the others.
Yoshi decided to ask Snowy next. He knocked on his door and waited for a response.
Come in. Snowy, do you have any idea who could have killed Eddie? I don't have any evidence, but I did notice that everyone was gathered around the kitchen when it happened. Maybe someone from there had a motive? That's an interesting thought. Thank you, Snowy. I'll have to consider that.
Yoshi decided to investigate further and talk to Johnny. He was in the living room watching TV.
Johnny, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Oh, hey, Yoshi. I'm doing all right. What do you need? I was wondering if you had any idea who could have killed Eddie. Not actually killed, of course. No, not really. Everyone was in the room when it happened. I didn't see anything suspicious. But if you want my opinion, I'd say maybe someone who was really close to him. Someone who might have had a motive. That's an interesting thought. Thank you, Johnny. I'll have to consider that.
With all the information he gathered, Yoshi decided to talk to his brother, Tommy. Tommy was in his room reading a book. Yoshi knocked on the door and waited for a response.
Come in. Tommy, I was wondering if you could help me with something. I'm trying to figure out who could have killed Eddie, but I'm not sure. Do you have any ideas? Well, I didn't see anything suspicious, but I guess it could have been someone who was really close to him. Maybe they had a falling out or something. Thank you for your input, Tommy.
Yoshi decided to talk to the four girls, Berto, Claudie, Marcy, and Shelly. He went to their room and knocked on the door. After a moment, Berto answered.
Hey there, Yoshi. What's up? Honey, I was hoping I could ask you for some evidence. I'm trying to figure out who could have killed Eddie, but I'm not sure. Do you have any ideas? Yeah, actually. I think it might have been Johnny. He was acting really suspicious earlier. He kept going to the kitchen and then sneaking off. Oh, really? I didn't notice that. But then again, I was kind of preoccupied with my game. I didn't see anything either. But I think it could have been someone who was really close to him. Maybe they had a falling out or something. I agree with Claudie. And I noticed that Snowy was acting kind of weird too. He kept looking at Eddie funny when he thought no one was looking.
After talking to everyone, Yoshi decided that it must have been either Johnny or Snowy. He kicked both of them out the house just to be safe. As he was leaving, he noticed that both his wife, Berto, and his daughter, Shelly, were dead in Claudie's room.
Claudie, what have you done? I didn't do it, I swear. It was Marcy, I saw it. What are you talking about? I didn't do anything. You did this. You killed them both. Why?
As Yoshi accuses Marcy, Shelly, who is dead in the corner, feels a sneeze building up in her nose. She tries to stifle it, not wanting to make any noise, but it's too late. She lets out a loud sneeze, surprising everyone in the room.
Achoo!
Everyone in Claudia's room laughed uncontrollably, even Yoshi.
What happened?
So I was gonna kick Marcy out since Claudia told me that she saw her kill both Berta and Shelly. I was gonna bring Marcy outside, then Shelly couldn't hold a sneeze.
Oh, I see. Well, that was unexpected. Anyway, you were gonna be right if you kicked out Marcy.
Yeah, I ruined it. Sorry about that.
Round 12. Marcy noticed that Claudia was dead in her room.
Alright. Let's see who the murderer is this time.
Marcy went to Dougie's room and knocked on the door. After a moment, he answered.
Dougie, I was hoping I could ask you for some advice. I'm trying to figure out who killed Claudia, but I'm not sure. Do you have any ideas?
Well, I didn't see anything suspicious. But I guess it could have been someone who was really close to her. Maybe they had a falling out or something.
That's what I thought. Thanks for your input, Dougie. I'll be sure to let you know what I find out.
Marcy then went to talk to Sunny, who was sitting in the living room by herself. She seemed to be in deep thought.
Sunny, I'm sorry to bother you, but I need some advice. I'm trying to figure out who could have killed Claudia, and I was hoping you might have some ideas. Do you know who could have done it? Oh, hi, Marcy. I'm not really sure. I didn't see anything suspicious. Oh, that's too bad. Well, thanks anyway. I'll keep looking around and see if I can find any clues.
Marcy then decided to talk to Shelly next. Shelly was standing in the kitchen, looking rather nervous. Marcy walked up to her and started a conversation.
Shelly, I know this is a difficult time for all of us, but I need your help. I'm trying to figure out who killed Claudia, and I'm running out of ideas. Do you have any suspicions about who it might be? Well, there's this one person who's been acting really suspicious, but I'm not sure if he did it. Who's that? Do you think I should talk to him? It's Eddie. He's been sneaking around a lot lately, and was seen arguing with Claudia just before she died. I don't know for sure, but I think you should talk to him.
Marcy thanked Shelly for her information and went to find Eddie. She found him in his room, pacing back and forth and looking nervous.
Eddie, I need to ask you something. I'm investigating Claudia's murder, and Shelly told me that you've been acting suspiciously. She also mentioned that you were arguing with her before she died. Can you explain what happened?
Well, yeah. I was arguing with Claudia because I found out that she was seeing someone else behind my back. I confronted her about it and she denied it. But I knew she was lying. So I snapped and, before Eddie could finish talking, Marcy kicked him out of the room. She was furious and didn't want to hear any more of his lies. She went back to her living room, still shaken by the encounter.
Marcy, you forgot to ask me if Eddie was the murderer. Not that it matters because he was the murderer.
Oh, right. I should have asked you. Well, I'll make sure to do that next time.
Later, before the 13th round began, Yoshi was sleeping. However, he had another nightmare. In his nightmare, he was back at the graveyard from his nightmare in the 10th round.
No, please. Not again.
This time, there was only one grave. Someone's name was engraved on it, but he didn't know whose name was on it. He wanted to get a closer look at the name. He brushed off the dust from the grave and saw 5 different letters on the grave. His heart stopped when he realized the letters were Y, O, S, H, and I.
No, it can't be.
Suddenly, Yoshi saw 11 figures floating behind his grave. They all had black eyes with red pupils. They all had knives, leaving him terrified. Yoshi then realized that the 11 figures were his family and friends.
What are y'all doing?
We're here to make sure you're safe tonight, Daddy. You don't belong with us anymore. Yeah, and you don't deserve to be in heaven. We'll make sure you're right in hell, Yoshi. You have been a terrible husband.
No, you don't understand. I was just having nightmares. I didn't mean to hurt any of you.
Suddenly, a 12th figure appeared in front of Yoshi. It was Yoshi.exe.
This is all your fault, Yoshi. You brought this upon yourself and everyone else. You didn't try hard enough to stop me, and now you have to face the consequences. Everyone, kill him.
No, please. I'm sorry. I'll do better. I'll try to be a better person.
The others ignored Yoshi and continued to advance on him. They surrounded him, raised their knives as they prepared to strike. Yoshi screamed in terror and begged for mercy.
No, please. I'm sorry. Please don't do this. I'm sorry.
Suddenly, Yoshi felt a sharp pain in his chest as one of the figures plunged a knife into him. He gasped for breath, falling to the ground as the others continued to stab him over and over again. Blood poured from his wounds, staining the ground beneath him. As Yoshi lay dying, he looked up at his own floating figure, the one who had been the most cruel to him.
Why? Why are you doing this? Why do you want me to die?
Because it's what you deserve, Yoshi. You're a worthless piece of trash who doesn't deserve to live. You'll finally be free from your suffering.
No, I don't want this. I'm sorry. Please, I'll be better. I'll try to be better. I'll change. I'll change for all of you. Please don't leave me like this.
As Yoshi's final words faded away, his body stopped moving. The figures around him slowly faded into the darkness, leaving him alone with his own dead body. Blood continued to pour from his wounds, staining the ground beneath him. Then, the nightmare slowly faded.
No, please. I don't want to die. Huh?
Suddenly, Yoshi found himself back in his room. He was still in bed, covered in sweat. His heart was racing and tears streamed down his face. He tried to catch his breath, but he couldn't stop shaking. He knew that it had been just a nightmare, but it felt so real. He wished he could forget the horrible things that had happened, but they kept playing over and over in his mind.
Why did I do to deserve this? Why does it feel so weird? Why did they all hate me so much? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll be better. I swear I will. I'll try. I'll try.
Shelly, Berto, and Tommy were all outside of Yoshi's room, wondering what was going on.
Daddy, I don't hate you.
Yoshi couldn't hear Shelly because of his loud sobbing. He continued to cry into his pillow, not even realizing that she was there. Berta was recording of Yoshi because she thought that he was acting strange. Suddenly, her camera started glitching, but so did Yoshi. Tommy, who was a detective this run, was nervous.
Shelly, Berta, something's not right. Yoshi's acting really weird. And now your camera's glitching too. Do you think it's a ghost or something? A ghost? No, I don't think so. Yoshi's just having a bad dream. I think.
The door slammed shut, and the room plunged into darkness. Yoshi screamed, startled by the sudden change. He felt a chill run down his spine as he realized that something was very wrong. Berta and Shelly looked around in confusion, trying to figure out what was going on. Tommy, however, remained calm and collected.
I don't want to die. Why does everyone hit me? They lied to me. This isn't real. It isn't real. I don't want to die.
Tommy, being the detective, carefully opened the door. He stepped inside and saw that everything was flipped upside down and on the ceiling. The furniture was moving by itself, and Yoshi was nowhere to be found. Suddenly, a disembodied voice filled the room.
Is that you? I don't understand. What are you talking about?
Yoshi's room became more and more haunted. Flickering lights, objects moving on their own, whispers in the darkness. It was as if the room was alive with an angry, vengeful spirit. Tommy, Berta, and Shelly all felt a chill run down their spines as they stood there watching in horror as Yoshi's room twisted and turned around them. Suddenly, everything in the room froze, leaving the three confused.
Yoshi?
Out of nowhere, the distorted Yoshi appeared right in front of them. His face twisted with fear, sorrow, and pain as he screamed at them, his voice distorted and eerie.
Shelly, calm down.
Suddenly, everything in the room exploded, sending the debris and furniture flying in every direction. The force of the explosion throws Tommy, Berto, and Shelly against the wall, knocking them unconscious. As the dust settles, the room is left in shambles. The disembodied voice of Yoshi, still distorted, echoes through the chaos. Moments later, Tommy, Berto, and Shelly slowly regained consciousness. They found themselves lying on the ground, surrounded by the wreckage of Yoshi's room. The room was still dark, save for a dim, flickering light that seemed to emanate from the center of the room. The air was thick with dust and an unsettling silence.
What just happened?
I think the room just exploded.
Whose room are you in?
It was Yoshi's. Something was wrong when we first came in.
Oh no. Is he alright?
I don't know. I think he's dead.
How?
I recorded all of it. I need to show it to you.
Berta slowly climbed to her feet, still feeling dazed from the explosion. She walked over to her camera, which stopped recording a few seconds after the explosion. She went out of the house and showed it to Ian.
Why did you deserve this? Why does it feel so weird? Why did it hurt me so much? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll be better. I swear. I'll try. I'll try.
What's going on?
I hate you. It's like he was being controlled or something.
What? Huh?
Shelly,
Huh?
Berta, something's wrong. Yoshi's acting really weird. And now the camera's working too. Do you think it's a ghost or something? A ghost? No, I don't think so. Yoshi's just having a bad dream. I think.
What? Huh? Huh? Everything's upside down now. What? Was that Yoshi?
Is that you?
Where did he go?
I don't know. It's like he just vanished. In his room. It's not right. I don't understand.
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Huh? What could have caused this? What could have caused this? Did someone tamper up the game?
I don't think so. Everything was fine until we started playing. It's like he's stuck in some kind of nightmare.
What? Do you have any idea what could be causing this?
I don't know. Maybe it's another nightmare he had.
Oh my god! His room just exploded. What? Uh,
That's where the video ends.
well, we should probably find Yoshi and see if he's okay. Maybe he's just hiding or something.
Yeah, let's look around.
Tommy, Shelly, and Berta searched the house, but couldn't find Yoshi anywhere. They decided to wait outside, sitting on the front porch. After about 15 minutes, Yoshi finally emerged from the house, looking disheveled, dizzy, and distraught.
What happened?
Are you okay, Yoshi? You don't look so good. You're alive, though.
No, I don't feel alive. It's all so real. The pain, the fear. It was all just a game. A nightmare.
What do you mean you don't feel alive? You're breathing. You're here with us.
It's like I'm still trapped in it. I can't escape. I don't want to hurt anyone else. I don't want to die.
What do you mean you're trapped in it? Trapped in what?
I think I'm stuck in a nightmare. It feels so real. It's like it's all happening in my head, and I can't wake up. I keep seeing those things, those horrible things.
Ian looks at Yoshi with concern as he starts to tremble, his eyes glazing over. Suddenly, Yoshi's body goes limp and lifeless, and his head falls back against the porch, railing with a thud. Yoshi? Yoshi, wake up! You're okay. You're with us. Come on, man. You have to wake up. Shelly, worried for her father, places her head on Yoshi's chest, listening for a heartbeat. After a moment, she looks up at Ian, her face pale and frightened.
It happened again. He's dead. I think his nightmare came true. Maybe we did kill him in his sleep. Mom? Tommy? I'm sorry. No. Please don't say that. We have to do something. Maybe we should call an ambulance. No. It's too late. There's no heartbeat.
Ian sinks into a nearby chair, looking lost and helpless. His eyes dart back and forth between Shelly, Birdo, and Yoshi's motionless form on the porch. He takes a deep breath, trying to steady himself before speaking. I can't believe he died again. Suddenly, Yoshi's body began to twist and contort. His skin stretched and warped, and his bones seemed to shift and reconfigure. In a sickening display, he transformed into a horrifying monster, much larger and more hideous than anything they had seen before. Its eyes glowed with an unholy light, and its mouth opened wide, revealing rows of sharp, jagged teeth. The monster let out a blood-curdling scream that echoed through the neighborhood. Oh my god, what? What is that thing? Is that really Yoshi?
I think it is.
I am your nightmare. I am your worst nightmare. And I am free.
Daddy, look! It's me! Look at me! It's Shelly! Look, Daddy!
I will have my revenge. I will make you all suffer. Just as you made me suffer in my nightmare.
The rest of the group came outside to see what was happening, and the horror was multiplied tenfold when they saw the hideous monster that had once been their friend Yoshi. Oh my god, what is that thing?
I am your nightmare, and I am here for each of you. One by one. You will all suffer my wrath.
Shelly, feeling brave, came to talk to Yoshimare.
No, Daddy. You can't be that thing. You can't. That's not who you are. Look at me, Daddy. I'm your little Shelly. I'm your baby. Please, Daddy. Don't do this. Don't hurt us.
child, so innocent, so unaware, but you will learn the truth soon enough, that there's no escape from the nightmare.
No, I won't. I won't believe that. You can fight it. You can control yourself. You're still my daddy. You can be strong. You can beat this.
I wish that were true. But the nightmare, it consumes me. It controls me. There is no escape. Not for any of you.
Then I'll help you. I'll help you fight it. Together, we can do this. Please, Daddy. Don't give up.
You are brave, little Shelly. But this nightmare, it is too strong. Even for you.
No, I won't give up. On you. I won't. I promise. Please, Daddy. Show us who you really are.
Suddenly, a change comes over Yoshimare. The hideous features begin to fade, and the monstrous form begins to shrink. The glowing eyes dim, and the jagged teeth seem to melt away. The once horrifying creature is slowly returning to its original form, that of Yoshi. The light in his eyes begin to flicker, struggling against the darkness that had consumed him.
There you are. Shelly, I'm sorry for what I just did. I don't know what happened. It's okay, Dad. It's going to be okay. You're back. And you're here with us again.
How did you do that, Shelly? How'd you make him normal again?
I just believed in him, Dougie. I knew he was somewhere in there. And I just wanted him to come back. To be my father again. You revived me. But you're my daughter. How could you? How could you possibly believe in something like me? I'm a monster.
As Yoshi struggles with his conflicting emotions, the rest of the group looks on with a mix of fear and hope. The nightmare has been defeated, but the damage has been done. The trust that once existed between them all has been shattered, and they are all left wondering if they can ever truly move forward from this night.
This is all my fault. I'm a horrible family member. I should have been stronger. I should have protected you all. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's not your fault, Daddy. It's not your fault. We'll get through this together. I promise. We'll find a way to make it better. Shelly, I have an idea. Something that might help. But I need you and the others to do something for me. Something difficult. Can you and everyone else, please, kill the monster? What monster, Daddy? I don't understand. Me. I don't deserve to live.
Yoshi's words hang heavy in the air as Shelly stares at him, confusion and fear warring on her features. Dougie, Tommy, and the others exchange worried glances, unsure of how to react to Yoshi's cryptic statement.
Daddy, I don't want to hurt you. But if that's what you think will make things better, I'll do it. For you.
Shelly hesitates, her hand trembling as she raises a knife toward her father's chest. Her eyes are filled with tears, but she forces herself to look at Yoshi.
Do it, Shelly. I love you. More than anything in the world.
Yoshi closes his eyes, bracing himself for the pain that is yet to come. Shelly hesitates for a moment, but the determination in her father's voice gives her strength. With a shaking hand, she plunges the knife deep into Yoshi's chest. There is a sickening thud, and a spray of blood as the blade pierces his heart.
Daddy, you don't deserve to die. You deserve to live. You're not the monster.
Yoshi's body goes limp in her arms, the life draining from him. The light in his eyes fades away, and he collapses to the ground. The group gasps in horror at what has just transpired.
Daddy.
Shelly, it's not your fault. You did what you had to do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I left you with so much pain. But I love you. More than anything.
As if speaking from beyond the grave, Yoshi's spirit appears before Shelly, his eyes filled with an unshakable love. The others stand back, unsure of how to react to this ethereal vision. Shelly? Are you okay?
No, I'm not. I killed my own father. How am I supposed to be okay with that?
You did what I asked, Shelly. You did it for me. I'm at peace now. I just want you to know that I'll always be with you. In your heart.
The others in the group exchange worried glances, unsure of how to comfort Shelly in her time of grief. The weight of what they have just witnessed hangs heavily over them all.
Shelly, there's something else I need to tell you. Something important.
What is it, Daddy? Tell me.
I have a secret. Something I've been keeping from you. Something that could change everything.
A secret? What is it, Daddy?
I don't want to say it to you. Not everyone listening. I want to tell you in private. Can we go in the house?
Yeah, let's go inside.
Shelly and Yoshi's spirit head inside the house, leaving the others outside. Once they are alone, Shelly turns to her father's ghost, her curiosity getting the better of her.
Daddy? What is your secret?
Shelly? I am your real father, but that's not the secret. The secret is that you made my wish come true.
Huh?
You see, Shelly, my name literally means adopted child in Japanese. I was never able to find out who my real parents were because they both died before I was born. I was raised by my aunt and uncle. But now, because of you, I can finally see them. I can finally know who I am. Thank you, Shelly. You gave me the greatest gift anyone could ever ask for.
Tears stream down Shelly's face as her father's spirit reveals this deeply personal truth to her. She reaches out, her fingers brushing against his translucent form, wanting to hold on to some semblance of her father. The weight of his words settles heavily in her heart, giving her a newfound sense of purpose and understanding.
Go find your parents, Daddy, and tell them I said hi.
With a tearful smile, Yoshi's spirit fades away, leaving Shelly alone in the house. The air is thick with emotion, and Shelly struggles to process everything that has happened. She takes a deep breath, wiping her tears, and begins to consider what her newfound knowledge means for her future. Shelly's family and friends go into the house. Shelly, are you okay?
I think so. It's just a lot to take in.
A month later, a white egg with green spots was found in Yoshi's room. Shelly immediately knew what it meant. She had been experiencing happy dreams lately, dreams of her father being reborn. When the egg hatched, Shelly ran to the person who was in the egg.
Daddy! I missed you too, my sweet girl. It's so good to be back.